You! Never been born.
Best not to draw attention here. I need your eyes, my friend.
Help me! Someone, please, help me!
We burn for our sins! Getting tired? Get on board, the idiot! You're like... Just die! Fire inside! This vengeance was terrible! Oh, God damn! Burn! Leave unto that divine light! I love this dance!
I wish my life had been a carnival of drinking ale and pissing.
It could have been, I'm sure.
No, we have not reached such a point. I used the order to live a life of ale drinking, but the price of my ale was murder. Sad, really.
Burn you! You'll go up in smoke! God's fiery wrath!
May the skulls praise you, friend.
Rowan, Holger, why all this shouting?
I could trade that hat for 2 of your...
Eivor, thank Tyr.
I heard shouting. Is something wrong?
Holger robbed me, and I demand he be punished.
Rot disappointed word. Does the deer rub the stream when she takes a drink? Does a cow rub a field when he crops on sweet grass?
Eivor, this matter requires sensitive judgment. Will you?
Of course. From the beginning, please.
Well now, there is no excuse too small, I see. Nothing to keep you from coveting that seat, is there?
In Sigurd's absence, who has better claim to oversee these disputes?
You might leave them to work it out for themselves, but that would mean letting go, would it not?
Please start again. Tell me all that has happened.
I will start. I have been falsely accused by this Saxon Philistine.
A filly what? Are you mocking me?
Silence, please. I will hear both of your complaints and render a decision, awarding compensation if needed. Understood? Rowan, tell me your version of these events.
As you are aware, Holger and I are neighbors. Near enough that I often catch him at my stables, steal my tools.
Borrowing.
Holger, let him speak.
Stealing, borrowing. My point being, I have always allowed him to use whatever he pleased. I greatly admire your Norse generosity and had hoped to match it. But this morning, Holger stretched the limits of my grace. Entering my stables for their feed, I found my most beautiful, gentle mare stripped of her tail. Bereft, not a strand in sight. I am ashamed to say my natural suspicion drew me to Holger, and how right I was. For when I peered across the lane, there he was, gripping a horsetail brush slathered with indigo, dragging it across a sheet of...
Painting, Rowan. I was painting. You make it sound so crude.
You see? Such willful arrogance. It will take ages for Ilgafur's tail to reach its former length. I demand compensation.
I understand. Thank you, Rowan. Holger, let me hear your side.
Eivor, you have known me as a skald for years. You have seen how my poems bring life and joy and wisdom to our people. And you know that my work requires a certain, let us say, freedom to make use of rare resources to compose my verses. Often when lacking the proper tools, I have made use of novel items. Alvis's walking stick, Tovi's inks, all were given gladly.
You cut off my horse's tail to make a brush, you bleeding...
Rowan?
As I was saying, this morning in the throes of poetic reverie, I realized that my latest piece required delicate brushwork. I could have used a frayed stick, some cloth, my hands, but no. I needed something gentler, softer. To make a perfect brush, I needed the fine hairs of a well-raised horse. And so I availed myself of a local resource.
You clipped Alfgafur's tail to the rump, without asking.
It was early. I did not wish to wake you.
Thank you, Holger. I believe I understand your position. I believe I have heard enough. If you will...
My horse looks like a fool, Eivor. No handsomer than a donkey now. You must do something.
Do not conflate hair with beauty, Rowan. She remains radiant. Elgifur's hair will grow back in no time.
Quiet, both of you. Now listen. Holger, Rowan is clearly in the right. You sheared the tail from his horse without gaining permission.
I borrowed the tail. Borrowed! Does the reality of regrowth not make this a victimless crime?
It is a two-victim crime, Holger. Though they are unharmed, you took without asking, and that will not do. As the horse's value has diminished significantly, you will pay Rowan its market price.
But the horse was not for sale. Rowan, admit it.
My decision is final, Holger. Pay what you owe, and meet tomorrow as friends.
And if I do, may I keep the horse?
Pay the man and be done with it. Rowan, does this satisfy you?
It does. Thank you, Eivor.
Good. Then by Tyr's blessing, let this matter rest. We're done here. Return to your homes in peace.
Would you allow me to pay you with a vibrant painting? After all, in some ways, you helped in its creation.
Absolutely not. Silver is the only color I wish to see from you.
Oh, hello, Eivor. Good day. That Holger, he is quite a character.
I almost envy him. To see the world through such a muddy glass, and live with such petty concerns. He hasn't a care in the world.
Let's not walk too far with that idea. I need you right where you are.
East Anglia is with us. Their King Oswald has pledged his loyalty to us.
Eivor Kingmaker, we shall call you soon. Some interesting news. King Ceolwulf has sent Ceolbert to Shropshire. He hopes to install him as Elderman there.
Good for Ceolbert. He should do well considering all he has learned from you.
I gave him only a taste of my knowledge. The rest he will need to figure for himself. One more thing. I do not know if you heard, but Sven passed away a short time ago. The poor man slipped away in his bed.
Yes, I'd heard. The poor man. I wish I could have spent more time with him before the end.
I think we all wish that. Tovi most of all.
An arrival. I wonder if Volker's among them.
You really think fighting can compare to sagas?
I don't know how to draw without your hand.
Tovi,
Eivor, it's Sven. He passed while I was away.
Tovi, I'm sorry I wasn't there.
No one was. We had planned to brand Tekla's barrels that morning, and we talked about what we might have for supper. And when I went to collect him, he was in his bed, sleeping, I thought. But he was already gone.
I'm sure he went in peace.
But he went with plans. Things he wanted to do, things he meant to do. His death was so empty. Not like in our stories.
What stories do you mean?
When we tell stories, the old and wise, they have this calm about them. They know when their end has come and they're ready. Sven wasn't ready. And I wasn't ready either. He was supposed to teach me things. I'm still learning. Everyone looks at me like I will simply carry on his work. As if nothing happened. Because they don't know. They don't know I'm not ready.
Life may ask more of us than we are prepared to give. But all we can do is our best. I was not prepared to lose my parents. But in a flash, they were taken from me. I pressed on, determined to live.
That must have been punishing. But you are so strong and so determined.
Someone else might have done better than me. Or worse. But this was the fate woven for me, so I live it. I know Sven believed in you, in your craft. So do you believe in him? Do you trust him?
He was the most skilled artist I have ever known.
And he chose you. You may step up or step down, whatever you decide. But know that he had faith in you.
Thank you, Eivor. I need to get home.
Be strong, Togi. And know you are valued. When I close my eyes, Sven, I see your designs on the arms of the gods. You have taught Togi well. Through her, you live on.
I said to take care. Did I not say to take care?
Winfried, Betham, you look dour for festival goers.
I'm not dour, I'm furious. My fool of a son released the cattle we were raising for the feast. Just let them go.
You let them go. Why?
Would you believe it's because I am a lone wolf who says, damn the rules? Would you believe I took them to the river for one last graze, but one of the cows looked at me strangely, and I got scared?
That I believe. Do you want me to get them back for you?
Take Betham with you. Perhaps you can protect him from the terrifying cattle. Go on, love. Go with Eivor.
Very well.
Where were you when the cow frightened you?
Across the river, that away. I'm not genuinely afraid of cattle, but the look in this one's eyes, I thought it might hurt me. They're big cows.
Perhaps this is an opportunity to overcome that fear you claim not to possess.
Testicles! What is happening over there?
This is where it happened. They shouldn't be too far.
Good. Let's begin tracking. What do you see? do you say we turn this into a hunt? A quicker slaughter and fresh meat for the feast.
All right. But I won't get too close.
What Seder is this? need to place something on this. This could be useful. I need something very heavy to weigh this down. Where does this belong? Chamber. This is the ancient work of Romans. Is this England? Odd. Some locations are marked. Sealed tight. No way to open this. Workshop of a madman. Impressive gear. look, Sunan. Stretch your wings, Sunan.
You made that look easy.
Because it was. Now we can...
All right. One down. That should mean 3 to go. You think it's strange that I don't know how to hunt?
I think it's unusual. I would be happy to teach you, Bertham. Much as I imagine you'd rather be taught by Maida.
No. I think I would rather learn from you.
Follow then, and keep your eyes open for your errant cat. Look there. Another cow. Your first.
All right. Show me.
I understand this is daunting. Even domesticated creatures possess a worthy strength. And so, even in slaughtering and eating them, we must show them respect. I do not begrudge you your fear.
Thank you. I begrudge myself quite a bit. I feel quite foolish.
Bertham, tell me more about Maida. You're quite taken.
Oh, yes. She's a remarkable person. Always makes me laugh. And an amazing hunter. She's just so brave. Skilled. Strong. And, you know, pretty, too.
You're fond of her.
Imagine how she feels, huh? Fancy.
Survey the area, Sunan.
I hope you aren't too annoyed that you need to look after me today. And... Oh, there! Did you see that, Eivor?
It took me a moment to believe it. Fine work, Cow Fearer. You have overcome your enemy.
Please don't make that my new nickname.
I will think on it. Collect the meat, then we'll return to the farm.
Thank you, Eivor. Oh, this part is tougher than I thought. Maida won't believe I've done this. Nor will my mother.
Bertham, are you really scared by a cow? That seems unlikely for a farmer's boy.
Well, if I tell you what really happened, will you tell anyone?
Never.
It's to do with Maida. She's always saying I'm so soft and sweet and kind and lovely.
All good things.
It's terrible. Who wants sweetness? I want to be brave and manly. I thought if I let the animals go, I could hunt them myself and show her I was a good provider and strong. Then I took out my bow, and the cow did look at me. And I did get frightened. So that part isn't entirely false.
There's nothing wrong with having a good heart. I'm sure Maida is fond of you because you are a kind young man, not in spite of it.
Thank you, Eivor. I hope you're right. But all the same, I do intend to brag. Just a little. I feared asking this of Maida, but do you ever feel sorry for the creatures? That you must hurt them so?
I do not seek to cause them suffering. I aim for the heart, that it might be a quick death.
I can't imagine being so skilled. Maida is much the same way. One shot, rabbit dead, clean.
Eivor, what a pleasure to see you.
Good day, Eivor.
Bertham, did you manage not to hurt yourself?
Winfried, I give you your son, Bertham the Beast Slayer.
The Beast Slayer!
Oh, you should have seen me out there, Mother. I was a terror with an arrow. But I should go.
Go? Where?
I want to show Maida while the blood is still fresh. See you at the feast.
Well, Eivor, thank you. Whatever you did out there, I'm pleased for it.
Not yet cold.
Hello, Eivor. Thanks for the good work, Eivor. Got a real little fishery going here.
Are you the man in charge?
It's my grandfather, really. But he says the best way to learn responsibility is by working. Besides, between you and me, I'm better at it. More of a people person, you know?
I do. It's good to have you. Both of you.
What have you brought for me today, Eivor?
Novid, you look quite at home in your new shop.
I am. I acquired some rather unique items on my travels, offered in exchange for precious Yule tokens. Care to see what we have?
How might I earn more of these tokens?
Nothing could be simpler. You can earn tokens by participating in the festival or by helping out around the settlement. You work hard for us, Eivor, so I've made it a little easier for you.
I must be on my way now. Goodbye.